Yeah. Race number 5 in my season mode. It's Thursday. Which means it's time to continue this. 4 races down, and I won 3 of them so far. 3 in a row. Trying to see if I can do what hasn't been done since 2007. Win 4 in a row. Getting my paint scheme for Auto Club. What should I run? Let's actually run the Fontana Club for the Fontana car for Fontana. Fontana. Auto Club. 5th race of the season. Last race of the West Coast Swing. The early West Coast Swing that was in 2015. So, let's go have some fun at Auto Club. Stats, 60 laps tonight. John, am I saying 3 times wear, 3 times fuel with the full damage and all the flags on. Now, this is one of my better racetracks, so hopefully... I mean, last race out at Phoenix was... an adventure and a half. I found out again I have a golden horseshoe at Phoenix when it comes to this car number on this game. Race I probably shouldn't have won that I won. But continuing my season playthrough, which is why we're at Auto Club this week. Replaying the 2015 NASCAR season. So I was on iRacing earlier today too, ran a race earlier today on iRacing, ran one of the Draft Masters races. Somehow survived all the carnage and ended up second. I mean, that's something, right? I mean, anytime you can have a 0x in a race, a Talladega, and escape with a good finish, you know, you're doing something right. Good old Auto Club. Basically just a little flatter Michigan. The corners here are not as banked as wide as Michigan is, but basically the sister track to Michigan. That is sadly no longer with us. Had some decent races here, you know. I would say it was the, I'm torn on Auto Club, to be honest. 2005, DJ. 2005 spring race. That's when Greg won here. His only win here. Yeah, but I'm kind of torn on Auto Club, because Auto Club to me was a very mid-track. It didn't necessarily... There wasn't a lot of great races here. You had some ones that had some pretty good finishes in terms of how they wound down. Obviously, you look no further than the wild finish in 2013 here when Kyle Busch won. And the tangle between Logano and Hamlin, and then Tony Stewart won after Logano on pit road. I mean, you could say 2014 had somewhat of a decent finish, also won by Kyle Busch. But really, this track was kind of very mediocre. The Kevin Harvick-Johnson duels in 2010 and 2011, especially when Harvick beat him in 2011 with the last lap pass, essentially. Set him off into the corner in turn 3 quicker than what he wanted to. Kevin pulled a little crossover on him, just went around him. But this track, I don't think really... I'm torn because Auto Club in I almost said California, which is exactly what I'm talking about. Auto Club and Chicagoland were not as good a tracks as people make them out to be. And I'll be the first to say that. They were not as good a track as people make them out to be. The only reason they think that they're good is the nostalgia of it all. But they were not as good a tracks as people make them out to be. So while it's sad to see that what happened to Auto Club, I can't say that I'm necessarily upset that it's gone. Because to me, I don't think it ever really proved it needed to stay. And I think we've had fairly better races out of the sister track in Michigan than here. And even O'Reilly races weren't that great here either. It was a very much a mid or average racetrack that had some great finishes, but never really delivered in terms of overall races. I mean, at the time, the move made sense when they moved from Wilkesboro out to here because, you know, your NASCAR was expanding in the late 90s and they wanted another venue on the West Coast, which makes sense. I mean, at that point, you only had Sears Point that was on the West Coast because Riverside had closed by that point. And Ontario, I think, closed in the early 80s, I think. So you needed to expand out west, just NASCAR's popularity at the time, but the Auto Club was decent. I mean, it wasn't like showstopper. It wasn't like, say, a Kansas or in Atlanta, but no, even those races sucked. Even those races weren't that great. Like I said, Auto Club was a very middle of the road racetrack. It was never as great as people have built it up to be. Is what I'm trying to say. It was alright. Obviously, it was better than some tracks. But I don't think it was as good as people give it credit for. Same thing. I almost use the same thing equivalency with Auto Club or Chicagoland too. I like driving Sonoma on racing games, but I don't know if I would put it that early in the season. Right now, I'm just riding, crew chief, trying to get my qualifying laps in, see where we start.
One on the bottom. Clear on the inside.
Now, Kansas is the one I'll debate you on, Hamill. Because Kansas at least has proven, at least with the racing, that we've seen some good races at Kansas. I can name them offhand. You got Kyle versus Kurt, 2022. Kyle versus Denny.
Keep high.
He's knocking out the wall. The 2012 spring race that Truex looked like he had on cruise control, and when the sun came out, the great battle with him and Hamlin. Both races in 2019. So, see, that's the difference to me between, you know, the difference between a track like Kansas versus a track like Auto Club at Chicagoland. I can go and point out several finishes and several races at Kansas that were good versus, you know, maybe one or two finishes that were good at, say, at Chicagoland or Auto Club. I can do even better for a track like Rockingham, which I'm actually kind of glad the Cup Series isn't at Rockingham anymore. I don't even think Rockingham is all that good. I mean, Rockingham is just a different version, essentially, of Darlington. It's a track that also had the tire wear and had much the mentality of racing the racetrack as it was racing your competition. This thing gets so tight when you're in several laps. That's okay. Try to do what Jimmy Johnson did in 2007. Try to win 4 in a row. Not a great start spot, but we've started worse. We work with her. I think to loosen this thing up. Who's our pole sitter? Super G, or Wonder Boy. All Hendrick front row, Gordon and Johnson. And JGR is row 2. Justin Allgaier. Shout out Justin Allgaier, P10. Junior, who is so far the only other winner this year, is 13th. Obviously, we're 23rd. Any other notables here? Casey Kane, 29th. Damn, Kurt Busch, who actually legit in 2015 was in position to win this race until the late caution. Kind of handed it to Brad Keselowski on the late restart. That controversial late caution. All right, race time. Can we make it 4 in a row? 60 laps away. So Gordon, Johnson again, their best starts of the year. And, you know, I love that Sport Clips car. And Matt Kenseth. Well, Mike Joy references 2 songs that I think were both written by Brian Wilson. Granted, Surf City was done by Janet Dean, not the Beach Boys, but California Dreamin' was covered by the Beach Boys, but originally done by Mamas and the Papas. So I stand corrected, actually. I think only the one was written by Brian Wilson, which was Surf City. Now, let's see. We can get through the early laps here, we'll be alright. Just got to get through a run here and make an adjustment, get this thing looser. And it's going to be tight here to start with. Not necessarily being 3 wide, but just got to watch for the AI checkup. Follow Tony through here. Oop. Hold up. There we go. Follow Austin here. And I use that lower lane in 3 and 4. I love to use that lane right there. Ooh, Justin backing up.
Okay, let's go find your next victim. Clear high.
Not bad. 2 laps into the race, Johnson the leader, and I gained 15 spots in 2 laps. So yeah, we got a good baseline here.
Car inside at your door.
Just gotta be careful. Ooh, Vickers got loose. Kids are 3 wide. Nice little run here. See if we can get Boyer maybe into 3.
After him, buddy. You're doing great.
Check it up a little bit.
High. That's it, dude. Every position is more points. Inside's
Riding
clear.
outside up into P4.
Right side.
Also gonna have to watch engine temp too. This California hard on the engine.
Just keep a good pace. You're doing good.
Yeah, I'll say I've got a pretty good pace. I mean, go from 23rd to 3rd, basically 4 laps. So yeah, not without much chaos caused to the AI either. The hardest thing to do on this game is to pass the AI without wrecking the AI, and if you can master that, you're going to do pretty well against the AI in this game. That's why I always tell people, you know, when you play games, it's like race against the AI first on the default with it. I've said it several times to the people that used to race with me in our own little league that we did, the PRA. You know, race against the AI first on default. Get used to doing that. Then you're ready. Then you're going to be more adept to racing online, where you know it can be just as unpredictable as racing the AI. Come here, Jeff. Try to get that second position from the. I got 2 California boys up here in front of me. I know Jeff actually moved from California when he was really young to Indy, but originally California born.
Doing great, man. Right side's clear. Got a car behind. You're all clear.
Come here, Jimmy. So I need Michael Roots at his Jimmy. No, I can't do it. I'm not even gonna attempt to do it the way he does it. He does it better than anybody else. And Johnson, who won his first Cup race here, 2002. So, you know, surprisingly, as I start thinking about it, I believe he was the only one to win their first Cup race here. Their first ever career Cup race here. Because, I mean, Jeremy Mayfield won here, but that wasn't his first. Elliott Sadler won here. That was his, I believe, 3rd Cup win. 2nd of the season. Oh, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch was the other one. I should know that. Kyle was the fall race. September 2005. So that's 2 guys that have won their first career Cup races here. Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch, ironically enough, both both multiple-time Cup champions. So maybe there's something to win in your first career race at Auto Club.
Right's clear.
Easy pass. Damn, I'm running this thing on default and had a nice charge through the field. The default setup is manageable here. Even at 100% AI, it's manageable. You can work on it, which I'm going to do, obviously, too, but to just be able to just put the tail into the wind and say bye-bye. I know this game has its faults, but I still love it. One of my favorite memories of one of my favorite NASCAR games, you know. See, that's the thing, John. I don't know how long you started listening into me here, but I was saying earlier, I really don't honestly miss it. The track. I mean, it's all right. It's sad to see a racetrack go, but I honestly don't miss it. Because I mean, we got the sister track. We got Michigan, which again, this may be the homer in me talking, but I kind of prefer Michigan to Auto Club.
5-0. You can do this. Gotta have you on pit road this lap, buddy.
I'd probably go further if I wanted to, but I'm gonna follow them in. Try to make it fair at least to the AI. No, that's all right. It happens. We'll go at least one more lap. Yeah, let's run one more.
Coming in this time. Keep digging, buddy. It's not over yet. Gotta go real easy on the fuel.
I'd like to have a race where I don't have yellows in the middle of the pit stops, because it seems like every time I've this season where it's like, oh, get ready to pit, fucking caution comes out. It's like, game, I actually want to get through a green flag cycle and see what would happen versus, you know, get the bit of the caution coming out as I'm pitting or about to pit. You know? Let's see, get to pit road here.
Keep an eye on your speed. We don't need a penalty right now. You need some fuel. I think we should
Okay, so let's start with the small adjustment. I don't want some track bar in it. Crop wedge. Ooh, I don't like wedge that high. Normally I wouldn't adjust the wedge that far, but I don't like the wedge that high. That's really tight. It's manageable, but yeah, it's the graphic that lifts up the side of the car before the crew even takes the tires off. Kurt's going to be the last car to hit pit road. But hey, we're going to make it through a green flag cycle without a yellow. How about that? Right into second place. Provisional second place once we pass Kurt. Justin into P3. Then again, Justin had a good qualifying effort. Started 10th. Take the point from Kurt. See how this thing will run now. I took honestly a bigger swing at it than what I wanted to on the pit stop, but because the wedge was so high, I was like, damn. Didn't need it that high. Blaney 37.67. Yeah, it's gonna fall by the wayside right here.
Nice lap.
Yeah.
Good job. Really good. You having fun out there?
It's not anywhere near my personal best, but again, for first stop adjustments, I think we got to run right. Ooh, starting to get a little loose here. Drifting it. 1/4 of the way through. Got Auto Club. Yeah, we got Darlington and IRL NASCAR this week. Track too tough to tame. Somebody posted in my Discord, what's your favorite Darlington race? I mean, it's hard for me not to say the 2003 race, which is the 2003 spring race. The 2003 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400, which I think I've stated more than once. I think that might be one of my favorite NASCAR races as a whole. It started me thinking, okay, what if it's not that? What other ones could I think of that were good? Well, one had that great battle between Steve Park and Dale Jarrett. I think it was 97, 98 had the great race, and I think it was in the Southern 500 between Gordon and Burton. The duel at the end. What else can I think of? You know, 2011 when Regan Smith finally got the checkered flag, and as Mike Joyce said, and this time he'll get to keep it. winning in the 78 over Carl Edwards.
We can do this all day.
I don't know how he held off Carl. I mean, Carl on a little fresher tire, that he still held him off. So, attaboy Regan on that win. Yeah, good old Darlington. I can't wait till we get here in this game, though, in my season mode, because Darlington is, when it comes to the NASCAR games, Darlington might easily be my best racetrack. Just straight up. Especially in this game, NASCAR the Game 2011 and NASCAR 15, I was the master when it comes to Darlington. Now, in NASCAR the Game 2011, in online races, I had over 1,000 laps led at just that track. It was by far my best track, hands down. I've always had a knack for it. I love Darlington. I could run that track till the cows come home, you know? Also, for anybody that does watch these consistently when I do them, they're going to move. We've got next week and the following week. So I basically have 2 more weeks in which this will be on Thursday. And then starting, the next one would be starting after Easter. They're going to move to Sunday nights after my race streams because work hour change. So I'm not going to be able to do these in the evening during the week, so I'm moving them to Sunday after the races. So just a heads up on that front. I'll probably do a reminder in the next couple of these streams to let people know, anybody that likes to watch these, yes, the streams will be on Sunday nights after the races as opposed to Thursday after Easter. Until they obviously finish the season.
Okay, let's use that clean air. Keep digging. Okay, try to save
Yes,
fuel
well,
as
I
you
went to
can.
lap 12, I think, on the first run. Might be able to get an extra lap out of it. Howdy, Allison. Kind of on cruise control here at Auto Club. I would have wished this would have been a little more entertaining race, but my track record at Auto Club kind of speaks for itself, and I'm kind of running away with it here. Even on 100% difficulty, you know.
Come on, man, you have to pit this lap.
No, I don't, crew chief. I could wait another lap if I wanted to.
Crew chief's really concerned about your fuel.
Which I might do, actually.
Clear left side.
Also, I think that's Kurt again pitting late, like he did in the first run.
He's coming low.
I'll run it one
On
more.
the bottom. That car low.
One more lap here.
Clear low.
Make this a little longer run than the first run. We'll reach halfway fairly quick, actually. Yeah, let's get her to pit road, shall we?
He's charging. Car up top.
Back her
Green
down
flag.
enough. Make sure I can stay low because this thing is so tight.
Easy. Being on pit road is not what we need right now.
No, we need to be on pit road at this time. What are you talking about, crew chief? It's like, what are you talking about, crew chief? Of course we got to be on pit road at this time. Let's start put pressures now. Go over these two pressures. These down right now. Start with that. I don't necessarily need to make the tire pressure adjustments. I think the car, I could manage the car as is, but make the adjustments as needed.
Awesome job, guys. Great teamwork.
Okay, it's time to push that pace now, buddy. Stay focused. We can do this.
Actually lost a little ground on our pit stop. Brian actually caught a little of the gap, cut a little of the gap down between me and himself. Because anybody's been to me all race since the start. Since I got the lead, I should say.
Doing great. Nice and steady. Second place is way back.
Man. The thing I like about this racetrack is you get the speed you can just haul off into turn one with. I mean, 210 in turn one. The thing is, I know you can go faster than that into turn one. I mean, you can crank probably about, I think I've seen the highest I've seen is like 212 into turn one. In these cars, if you get your car adjusted just right. I mean, hell, I'm looking at my personal best time. It's like I'm still 0.3 off my personal best time. So, like, if I really wanted to open it up, just cruising. Oh, Sunday afternoon, wheeling. Couldn't get away too soon. Sorry for the song, you know, older song. Older song in my head.
Nice and smooth. You're way out in front. Use that clean air.
I actually know a lot of songs that have the lyric "Cruising," you know, "Cruising USA," which is a video game. Now I realize. There's the Smokey Robinson song "Cruising." I love you when we're cruising together, which was covered by Huey Lewis and Gwyneth Paltrow, which that's you know, something to note. That's Born to Be Wild, though. That's different. And they like the lyric from the Beach Boys, "Fun, Fun, Fun." She got her daddy's car and she cruised through the hamburger stand now.
Okay, we're halfway there. Keep digging.
and she could call her about the library like she told her old man down. I love fun, fun, fun. I just like the Beach Boys. You know, you can't come to California, you know, California West Coast, running the article without thinking about the Beach Boys. I also have the Beach Boys on my mind right now. Danny Phantom's not going to get me right now. Head empty, only Beach Boys. Who made more than one appearance on the TV show Full House, too. Of course, John Stamos later covered the Dennis Wilson lead vocal song Forever. Yeah, the original was sung by Dennis Wilson. There's your trivia nugget if you didn't know it. Ooh, David, no! David! David, no! David, no! David! Why, David? I didn't want to kill David Gilliland. Yeah, I'll say out. May come to regret that decision, but I mean, we're halfway through a funeral. I probably could have pitted there, but thought better of it. Also, first caution of the race. Me into David Gilliland as he was trying to come to pit road. Oh, I'm getting eaten up here. This is not good. This is not good. Getting swarmed. Gotta be careful. Don't run into any AI. Don't run into any AI and cause any problems. Yes, the 2 mile racetrack that thinks it's a super speedway in terms of its restarts. I'm really having a lot of it. This thing is just, yeah. I have a supreme lack of grip right now. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm not getting that clean air to the nose, so it's just taking off. I mean, I'm managing. Trying to have to save a stop there to where I didn't have to pit at that time, but I probably should have because I don't know when I'm going to get a caution next. Which got me off sequence of everybody else. Kyle. Okay, we're alright. We're alright. We're alright. We're alright. We're good. We're golden. We're alright. We're okay. We're okay. Ooh, Junior. Ooh, that thing stepped out on me. Ooh, shit. Come on. Oh, how'd I straighten it? Come on, we're in the grass. Okay, I straightened it. We're good. Kurt must have spun it. Yeah, he went off the barrier. Oh, Kurt, you helped me though. I straightened it out.
Truck, are you clear? You want to pass, buddy?
Yeah, I probably should now. Probably should have the first time, but well, I guess I decided that this video is boring. Let's do something about it. Without meaning to, at least.
Four tires, we might as well fill her up. Okay, buddy, we're ready for you.
Yeah, I get these pressures down. Get this thing down closer to where I want it. Everything else right. I'm not getting any damage, but I'll repair whatever's there.
Okay, boys, here we go.
I'm surprised I didn't loop it. I got it sideways, and I kind of ricocheted off Kurt, and Kurt helped me straighten it back out in the grass, and necessary sacrifice. Austin Dillon is now the race leader. Vickers P2. JJ Yaley. Shout out JJ Yaley in 4th. We're going to restart in 23rd. Michael McDowell gets the lucky. Okay. A lot of wave rounds.
Great stop, guys. In and out. It's all of you.
We are now 2/3 of the way through this race. 20 to go. See if I can get back up there and try to tie the record of 4 in a row.
Road, you just gotta be smooth and calm. 10-4. Driver in first, 2 seconds ahead.
Got some work to do, but hopefully I got the car back where I can drive in traffic at least.
Check your mirrors. Looks like he's gonna draft with you. Car on your rear.
Well, I'm not worried about him drafting with me. I'm worried about him doing that.
3 wide. 3 wide.
And forcing me into a situation like that. that's kind of what I was worried about. It's not necessarily the fact that they drafted me is fine, but it's the fact you forced me into a situation like that where I'm stuck behind cars that are checking up. So I got to make a move, and that's what happens.
Your road's now open. Cruise on the wall.
I'm not going to pit here. There's no point pitting here when we just pitted. So
Okay, here we go.
it's not quite to where we can make it yet. Got to go a couple more laps before I think we can firmly make it. I know we can do 12 laps easy. 13 is pushing it.
The leader's a second ahead.
Anything after that,
Car outside you.
we're going to need some help. So
Launching high. 3 wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
see, this is the hard part about racing the AI. Is like you can have a great race car, but the AI just sends it up the inside almost immediately, and then you're kind of left at their mercy because they ride on your quarter panel, and you don't want cars on your quarter panel.
Clear left. Stay on the bottom.
Ooh, Vickers. Okay, come on, we can get through this. There we go.
Okay, let's hustle. Clear up top.
Now I gotta get back down low if I can.
Car 2 back. Stay up top. You're good right there.
Just trying to get out of this swarm if possible. Ooh, Johnson just got loose. Majorly loose, I got loose. Jimmy!
Remember what we said. No
Damn it.
mistakes out there today. Car closing on the
That thing
inside.
snapped on me.
Pushing low. It's gonna give you a little nudge. We can do this. Just gotta keep focused.
Now she's gonna be very tight because of the hub damage.
The leader is 4 seconds in front.
It's okay, time to get a little aggressive now.
3 wide. You're in the middle. Stay high. Car inside at your door. Stay there. You're good. Car outside.
Yeah, she's starting to snap. Damn, snapped so bad.
There.
have to put that wedge back.
Car approaching your rear. Watch your rear. Your left side.
At least a little bit. It's snapping like when I try to get back to the gas, and I don't like the fact that it's snapping like it is. We still have the pace though, despite the hook damage.
Buddy. Put it on the left.
Rapid 1 and 2 kind of ride this high lane here.
Your door. Down low. At your door.
There's the wall again.
At your door on the bottom.
Blaney up front at the moment.
Car underneath. Clear left.
Ooh, Harvick really checked up. Run coming. Big run coming. Goodbye, Harvick. Goodbye, Bobby. Or, excuse me, Terry. No. Yeah, Bobby. Bobby. Bobby because AJ's in the 47. Duh. Should know that by now. It's 2013 that he's in the 47.
Very impressive.
One of the cars I thought about using for this too, right there, the 19 Edwards.
Got one working the top.
But I won a PRA championship driving that car, so I was like, oh, I haven't won a championship with this, technically with this 16 because I was driving a different car in the final race, but
Set him up. That's it. Looking high.
Casey Mears P4, shout out Casey Mears.
Car up top. Just
I don't know why, but I was watching a Kamikaze Games video today of him trying to see if you could pass 11th in points once you, or pass the last guy in the chase once you made the chase. He had to go into NASCAR 09 to get it done. Couldn't do it in NASCAR 05. Or, yeah, 05. And the window is open from this point. Where if I were to pit here, it would take us to the checkered. Wait one more lap just to guarantee myself the safety of it, then I'm killing in. Make that last stop. Ryan's the leader. Gordon's obviously in third. I'm trying to see who's second right now. Is that Larson? I think that's Larson. It's Larson or Casey. Kane. Can't tell it's a red and white car. That's all I can tell. That's all I can tell from back here. I'll say it's either Larson or Kane, but I can't see it close enough. Let's wait another lap. I know I don't have the fuel to make the finish, so
That's a full second you made up on the driver in front.
yeah, I think that is Casey. Kane. Our worst finish so far this season is fourth. That was at Daytona, a race I probably should have won if I blocked a little better of the last lap, but alright, here we go.
Not too fast.
Last pit stop.
Buddy. NASCAR's watching.
Get the road down enough.
You need some fuel? I think we should change those tires out. We're ready when you are, pal.
I'm going to go a little bit back on that wedge. Just a little.
Okay, boys, be safe and smart. Here we go.
Simple 4 tire change. More cars hit pit road. He's the first of my group out.
Way to go, boys. Nice bit.
Okay, let's get back in that rhythm. Let's go get these boys. You're a lap down. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Step it up.
Just need these stops to cycle.
Car in front.
And of course the 78's got to be right in the path of me coming off pit road.
Clear up top.
Damn it, Truex. Right in the path of me as I come off pit road. Alright. Oh yeah, that's definitely a lot better than what it was, at least.
9 to go. Nice and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Here's Ryan.
Left side's clear.
Need a bit of pit stop strategy. Pitted just a little bit ahead of him. And I closed that gap, so I'm here. We got us a battle now. You adore me a little bit.
8 to go. Car down low.
I mean, essentially, this is going to be the battle for the win, me versus Blaney at this point. Unless we see another caution.
Clear down low.
Which that's my only worry. I do not want to see a caution at this point. Because a caution would make... You saw how crazy the restart was.
High side's clear.
Which is funny, because I do want to battle the AI, because I had that battle that was shaping up at Phoenix that was going to shape up between me and Harvick at Phoenix, and then Harvick pitted with like 6 to go and ruined that battle, so I kind of want this battle. As much as I want the 4 in a row, I kind of want this battle with Blaney.
Clear on the high side.
He's the only one within striking distance, too. It's essentially, it's me and him.
Got one work at the bottom. Clear on the inside.
Grace, my favorite active NASCAR driver at the moment. For the win at Auto Club. Oh shit. I keep running into the back of him, damn it. I gotta keep running into the back. I gotta stop from running into the back of him. Where he is, it's like I go to the high side and I can't stop from running over the top of him.
6 to go.
You gotta find my rhythm here. God, this thing is so tight, though. I'm doing my best, but it is tight.
Nice drafted right there, buddy. Stay tucked in.
Just don't quite have the drive center off that I want. I can get a lot of good turn getting in. It's just not as strong off as what I want to be. You know, we got to fight. 5 to go.
5 to go.
See if I can track him.
That's some great drafting right there, man. Car outside you.
Get a big draft.
You're good low.
Thing is, I know I got to I'm gonna have to cross him like that. Whoa, he really backed out of it.
4 to go.
All right, I don't want this to be another Harvick. I mean, at least he didn't pit this time, so. When I crossed him, and he slipped like a rock. My car is still not great, but now the lead I built up, the only thing I don't want to see is a caution.
Ready to go. Okay, let's use that clean air.
Man, I had to work for that one. That one wasn't going to be the cakewalk I thought it was. I'll start when I got to the back of David Gillen as Gillen was trying to hit pit road. Like, David, I love you, but a little more indication when you're coming to pit road, man. 2 to go. Pretty quick race, actually. And only the 2 cautions. Ah, fuck them all again. Rattle my brain. Gordon looks like he's going to get a top 5 finish out of this, which I think might be his first of the season. I'll have to double check that. Austin Dillon running P3. How? How?
Come on, Victor Lane, buddy, this is it.
White flag, last lap.
Over yet.
Nice and smooth as last lap. Looking for 4 in a row. Had to work for that one, though, for a second. I thought for a second I was going to have that great late race battle again. Yep, after all that, made it through somehow. Made it through again. We're going to take the dub in Auto Club.
There you go. Yes, 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 you're the man. That's what it's all about right there. We'll see you in Victor Lane, man.
Another win, another dub. Which calls for yet another Polish victory lap. I actually had to fight for that one, though. That was the cakewalk I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more of a cakewalk than what it was. Running over David Gill and running through the grass with Kurt Busch. And we still came back to win the race, so... It's 4 in a row. Beat your heart out, Jimmy Johnson. That's 4 in a row. Good old Polish victory lap, which has a pole lock, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And now, I can intentionally drive into the grass.
They're loving you for that one, man.
Like, now I could intentionally drive through the grass. Didn't mean to do it the first time, but now I can actually intentionally drive through the grass.
Soak it up, man. Great job today.
Four in a row. California dreaming. I'll say that's some California dreaming. Give Biffle his second California victory. Take a look at the full results. Led more than half the race. Laney led the second most laps. Austin Dillon actually led 2 laps through the pit cycle. Yep, Jeff gets a top 5 finish. Casey right behind him. Whitmore and Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin ended up with top 10. J.J. Yaley, shout out J.J. Yaley there in 10th. On the lead lap as well. Justin Allgaier, who started 10th, ends up 11th. That's a great run for him. Newman, Busch. Kurt, despite going through the grass with me, still end up 13th. Carl Truex, Matt Kenseth, AJ. Brad, who actually won here IRL in 2015. Arlovani, Kyle Larson, Tony Stewart. Ricky Stenhouse. Johnson, who started P2, ends up 23rd. Yeah, it's not going to help his efforts. David Reagan, Dale Jr., the only other winner so far this year other than myself. Murray, Mears, Waltrip. Damn, Joey Logano 37th. He didn't have a good run today. And the final finisher, RIP, Mike Lynette. Let's take a look at the points after 5 races. No question, I am the continued point leader at this point. Me and Dale Jr. are the only winners this year. So then we take 14 other drivers, which would be Stewart, Gordon's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, Harvick is the last one in at the moment. Poor Gilliland. Only 3 spots out. Harvick with a big gain, gained 8. Big losers that I can see. Yeah, Joey Logano was a big loser. Lost 9 spots. Drops from 10th to 19th. Alright, so the next race, next time out, we go to Martinsville. And I love me some Martinsville, but with this AI, that's going to be fun. Martinsville and Bristol are going to be fun with this AI. So, should be a very entertaining race next time out. But that's for next time. Meanwhile, as far as streams go, we'll be headed to Darlington action. So hope everybody's ready for some Darlington action this weekend. And I am going to head out of here for the night. So peace out, people. Peace out.